I just bossed. God damn it. Hold on, guys.
He broke
Freehand's not my thing.
Freehand's
not my thing.
Real quick too.
It's about our imagination.
He broke the map.
I broke the map.
I need realism.
I broke the code. I broke the code. All right. And it goes up here, and then it kind of turns in here, and it goes around Points Watch, and it comes back. There we go. All right. So that's Prosperity Road, and it's named so because it's supposed to be a road that signifies this kind of joining between. This is actually the first project of the joint operations between the CIE and the GI. You guys will be the second, but they don't really talk. They kind of say, "Oh, you're the New Hope" and stuff like that. So, so that's that. We're looking at, you're gonna hop on this road, and you've got 3 days to travel it, and it's about a 5-day travel. So you've got to really hoof it.
Can I get a name change?
Yeah, that's you. You do that.
Ah, fuck. How do I do that? I don't remember.
In the gear display name. In the settings
German?
gear area. All right, so you guys will set off. Obviously, do you try to procure any kind of items or anything before you head out?
I always come prepared, so no.
Okay.
I hope you frail magic types can keep up with me.
Blue! You're my boy, Blue!
You're my boy, Blue! All right. So you guys, I guess we'll go out and
Yep, let's
attempt to set off on foot.
If no one needs any merch, let's roll.
All right. Well, as you start to leave, one of the guards, he's the lieutenant. A couple of you have talked to him. He's the lieutenant. He's a well-known man around the city, and he sees you guys like heading out. It's dawn the next morning because obviously you weren't going to leave that night. So it's dawn the next morning, and he sees you guys heading out, and he kind of arches a brow. If you would see that, maybe you wouldn't. And he calls after you, and he says, "Adventurers, ho!" And he kind of starts to hustle towards you.
Oh, yeah, did you finish these character sheets?
Yeah, they're all done.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
These are bananas.
Does anybody say anything to him?
Honorable Guard, what can we do for you?
He says, "Not what you can do for me. You are the brave heroes who will represent the collaborative innovation empire in a joint. Fuck, what's the word? In a joint thing between ourselves and the gathering of the inspired." He says, "Yeah, in a joint venture between ourselves and the gathering of the inspired. Surely, you do not expect us to let you walk a 6-day walk and attempt to be in Points Watch in just 3.
What do you have to aid us in our thing?
How else would we get there?
And he says, "Well, surely you know that in Brittercrag, innovation is everything." And of course you do all know this. This is the town of inventors. And so he grins, because of course you know that. And he swings his arm back, and there's a cloth, and then he pulls it aside, and there's a stagecoach. And it just looks like a stagecoach. No wheels on it. Nothing to hook any horses to or anything like that. Just is a stagecoach, and it sits there rather unimpressively. And he grins at you, and he goes, "My friends, you are in for a treat." And he raps on the door of the stagecoach, and it starts to move. And it looks as though it's moving in a rather mechanical way. Tiny little, not tiny, gears are starting to turn on the edges, and they seemed ornate. They seemed etched into the actual wood that created the stagecoach. But they are, in fact, not ornate. They are real gears, and they start to turn. And as they turn, they pull away from the sides of the stagecoach, and they begin to create wheels that turn upon the ground. And he says,
That's
"This,
awesome.
this shall be your chariot. And he looks and he counts, and there's the three of you, and then he sees the three other guys who are behind you, and he says, 6. One of you may have to ride atop the chariot. Is that okay, my lords?
Depends on who that one is.
I turn to Eldok and Belgos and say, what is this sorcery? What do you mages know anything of this?
I don't know what this strange contraption is. Why should I trust it?
And the guard claps his hands like a child and goes, "It is not sorcery, my lords. This is our finest invention, the gem of Brittercrag. This is our Gyro chariot."
Did you just make that up?
And he kind of makes a weird face. And he says, "It's a working title, I assure you, my lords."
That's
says-
great.
So if one of you would be so kind as to hop atop, I will have the rest of you seated inside.
I will sit upon top of this magical movement machine.
Magical movement.
And he looks at you again and he goes, No, my lord, I assure you, no magic. It is simply the wondrousness of mechanicalness. This.
I'll take your word for it
Very
for now.
daft guard.
Yeah. You remember now that he's not known for being necessarily very good with his words. So
Billy's
all right.
joining us in the game.
So Hostos hops atop the Meccano chariot, and you guys are all ushered in, and it seems like it was really made to seat 4 people, but the tiefling is very thin, and so is the drow, and so he kind of puts you guys in one seat together, because you're wiry framed. And so he sits you down and he says, "All right, now, here are the instructions. There is no driver for this chariot. Simply rap twice when you want to decelerate, and thrice when you want to accelerate. She can reach marvelous speeds, I assure you, but please, try not to wreck her. She is, as I said, our most precious gem." And with that, he closes the door and essentially sends you on your way.
So what do you say? Do that 5 times and see that 5 times.
If you kill me in this magic box of sorcery, I will kill you from the grave.
You hear him off in the distance. "I assure you, my lords, it's not magic!"
Oh, that's
All right,
gonna be a
so-
theme, I feel. What is this?
All right.
magic? I assure you, it's not magic.
I'd lean over through a window and say, "Let's get moving."
All right. Well, it's slightly jittering and kind of vibrating. It's not really started up yet. He's essentially turned the thing on. The key is in the ignition. It's idling. You would need to hit the gas.
I think this box needs some oil.
No one has the balls to do it.
Come on, you fairy magic types! I can't hit the throttle from the top of the stagecoach.
You
I
could.
think
You could.
this is a job for Eldak.
I don't think you want to trust me with this, because I would wreck it instantly.
Oh.
Well,
All
if
right.
one of you want to come sit up top, I will be happy to drive.
You wreck it, it's your fault.
Oh my god.
I don't have insurance.
Over a fucking distance.
Oh my god! All right. There's a rumble within the volcano, and Brittercrag shakes a little bit, and 3 rocks fall from the ceiling simultaneously and go tink tink tink, and hit the carriage, and it starts off. And it's at a brisk pace. I would say you'd call it about 15 miles per hour. A run. It's at about a human run.
Do you
pace.
run 15 miles per hour?
Well, no, but in Magic Land, where everyone can move 30 feet in the blink of an eye.
It's racist against black.
6 seconds,
Yeah.
which is
So
not
anyways.
that fast.
Well, anyways. 15 miles per hour. It's a brisk pace, as I said. You've never traveled that fast. Unless you were running your ass off, certainly.
So while we're moving, I scream to Belgos and Eldok. Did the guard say how long it would take to get to Points Watch by stagecoach?
He only said this thing wasn't magic, but I don't believe it.
There's a faint buzz somewhere, and you hear, "My lord, I assure you, it's not magic."
God damn it.
All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So you guys are off then, and I assume no one's gonna rap on the edges again.
What?
He's. I
So wait,
assume no
make it
one's
go?
gonna like make it go any faster or anything. Knock on it to make it go any faster.
I whispered to Eldok, we should make it go faster. Scare him a little bit up there.
Hey, that's meta.
I agree.
That's not meta. That's
Totes meta.
no, it's not.
You totally said it, and then his character suddenly decided to do it.
Oh, I was just saying. I was just asking if it was gonna happen.
I
I
tapped
didn't know.
2 more times to make it accelerate.
It screeches to a halt.
But, I don't understand this sorcery.
I thought 2 was to make it stop.
I tapped
He
3
tapped it.
times to start it again.
Okay.
Because these mages don't know what they're doing.
And it starts back up and eventually gets to a brisk 15-mile-an-hour pace. And if you don't accelerate it any further,
I could make it to Points Watch faster than this. Let's speed it up.
okay,
Tap 3 more times.
all right, and it lurches. You get the immediate feeling that it's never been accelerated more than once, and it shudders, and you're bouncing around a little bit, but then it smooths out, and you get to about 30 miles per hour. So you on top, Hustos, are like now having to clutch. The wind is kind of, it's not whipping past your face, but you've got a nice little breeze in your face.
I'm hanging on tight, yeah.
Yeah. All right, and at that pace, this is probably not going to be to scale because I didn't take the time to do the math and stuff. But at that pace, in the day, you're gonna go. This is your first day of travel. Right about here, the road gets nice and close to the water again, and you decide to take a break. So you rap twice, pause for a brief moment, and then rap twice again, and stop. That's because I'm making you, yes. And do you make camp? Do you stay near the carriage? What do you do?
This Hostos guy seems like to take charge. What the hell does he want to do?
If the sun's setting for the evening, we should make camp. There's no point in driving in pitch black when we can't see.
He won't listen to us anyway, so we might as well do that.
One of the lesser spoken figures grins and goes, "Well, I don't see any ladies amongst you, so I'll take my leave." And he steps outside and just kind of disappears in a bush. And shortly after, you hear the sound of snoring, and he's asleep. And another one of the gentlemen kind of chortles at him and looks around and says, "A fire?" And that's all he says. It's a quizzical thing. He's questioning, but he's not really a man of words.
Yes, we should make a fire to stave off any wild beings.
And he
You're
points
back.
at himself and he says, "Chop?" And that's all he says. It's another question.
Go gather some wood, you idiot!
And he nods and he bounds off, and you hear him chopping, small trees and things like that, and gathering wood. And let's see. And then the third guy, he's wearing a wide-brimmed hat. He pulls it down over his eyes, and he just kind of reclines and naps. He naps. He naps right there in the carriage. So eventually, you guys manage to build a camp. It takes much longer than it should. It's almost midnight by the time you get it done. You're terrible people. And you make a camp, and then the next morning comes. You wake up. Does anyone have anything they are going to do in the morning?
I'm inspecting this sorcery box that we read upon.
Alright. So you're going to roll a magic check, and this is going to be a good opportunity to kind of show some things that happen. So, you are Belgos, so go to Belgos and go to Belgos sheet page 4. And this
What?
you could do it on any of it. Yeah.
In the top right.
In the
where there's
journal.
Journal, jukebox. You want to go to journal. Sheet
Yeah.
4, right?
Yeah. Well, you could use sheet 4 or you could use sheet 1. It's really up to you how you choose to.
What are you
Like,
looking for? His arcana.
He's gonna do an Arcana skill check.
His
Do I go to
arcana
Belgos
is
and then
8.
do what?
Do what?
What
Okay.
do I click
Your
on?
Arcana is 8. I want to show him how to find it just so that he knows for the future. So you have what are called skill checks, and you're about to do one. You can go to Belgos sheet in the handouts. There's Belgos sheet page 1, and also Belgos sheet page 4 have areas on them where they list your skills, and there are ones that are checked, those are trained, and they each have a figure beside them. You're going to do an Arcana skill check, which means you're going to roll a d20 and add your Arcana skill, which is 8. So if somebody wants to kind of show him in chat how to roll a d20 plus 8, that'd be cool.
On the left side, there's the little icons. Click on the one that looks like a die. A d20. And roll it. He's already
And
did
then-
a roll, so he knows. And then you add 8
Yeah.
to that. That's going to be fucking 12.
Oh, so I would normally do the advanced roll and then add the plus.
you could add plus 8, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because we can just do math.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can easily add it. It prevents me from having to do math, which I would greatly appreciate.
Okay, well now I know.
Yeah. Knowing's at the battle. G.I. Joe. So anyways, you know your man. You've been around magic once or twice. And that's sarcasm. Sorry. That's not good. But
I mean, you're only kind of a fucking...
So wait,
Wow,
when you roll, it's good to go ahead and add in your thing before you click roll. You can change your modifier so it'll show.
yeah, we told him that. Yeah.
You're
Oh,
only
okay.
a fucking
Yeah.
warlock.
So what do you get
You're
after
kind of
his
magic.
He got a 12.
12?
It's not super great, but you're a warlock.
No.
You've seen some magic, but you're pretty sure this isn't magical. And that's only enhanced by the fact that you hear a small click buzz. It's not magic, my lords.
It just has a text on my eye scroll saying it's not magic.
No, you find a sticker underneath the wheel.
It's not magic.
It's not magic.
An actual magic sticker that has a little guy come out. It's not magic, my lord.
Anyways, so yeah, you're pretty sure it's not magic. It does appear to be driven by cranks and gears, and it is resting at an idling pace because nobody actually turned it off last night. And it stopped moving. All right. Anybody else want to do anything before you head off again?
I say we quit dawdling. We only have 2 days left to get to Points Watch, and who knows if this Mechano chariot's gonna break down on us.
The three gentlemen, and I use the term loosely, who have accompanied you, they agree with your analysis of the situation, and they all hurry in, and each of them pulls out a rough sack and rummages around and finds bits of stale bread or a wineskin filled with water, things like that, and they eat and drink, and as they're in the chariot riding around, and you guys go for another day. And about what speed setting would you say you put the thing at?
Probably about 30 again. Get there as
30.
fast as we can.
Say we go 6 taps and crank on away.
Yep. So 6 taps, you crank on away, and you get to about here, and it's about midday. And let's see here. And there's a rickety bridge. It's not a very well made bridge. It's being built up, sorta. So you see the bridge, and you're pretty sure the chariot can make it over it. With all 6 of you on the chariot, it might stress it the rough wood a little bit, but you're pretty sure the 6 of you can make it over on the chariot.
I say if we're gonna cross this rickety bridge, we should go slow. And I before asking them, I tapped the chariot twice to slow it down.
Alright, and it slows down to about 15 miles per hour. And it seems to have some kind of context-sensitive thing where it actually drops a little bit lower than 15 and is going a little slower. And you make your way across half of the bridge, and this is a really, I cannot stress, if you get your ruler over in the left here, and you stretch across that river, you'll see that it's actually a really long river. It's ridiculously long. Let's see, what is it? Yeah, it's like a 20-mile river pretty much. So it's a really big bridge, but it's not super well made. So anyways, you're riding along the bridge, and all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, well, let's see if it's from out of nowhere. Let's see. We've got Belgos. Your passive is 11. You are staring at the back of your seat somehow. Not really sure how you're managing that. Eldek, your passive is 11. You're staring at the exact same spot on the chair. Hostos. Oh, you've got 21. Hostos, from your perch high atop the chariot, you see off in the far distance how do I want to say this? An odd sphere. And it's just a little sphere, and you think nothing of it. You think it's just, a bird off in the far distance or something like that, and it's just your eyes aren't allowing it to take full shape. But you notice quickly that it's actually coming closer and not growing in speed, but it's moving very, very quickly. And rather than pay too much more heed to it, you follow its trajectory back where it would have come from, and you notice that there's a hulking, humongous, giant-looking fellow standing there with a silly grin on his face, and he appears to just be chortling to himself. He's quite happy with what he's just done. And you have
Look what I have created!
Look what I have done! Alright, so there's this thing hurtling towards you. What are you going to do with that?
I double tap the chariot to stop it and shout out to everyone. Something's coming at us. High speeds.
Incoming! Alright. Anybody have any responses?
Well, what the hell is it?
Looks like some sort of random sphere approaching us at haste.
That's never been good.
That's never been good.
In all my years of wizardry, anytime things are moving at high speed, it's never been a good scenario.
Orb coming at me to be a good thing. Dodge the balls.
Pretty much anything coming at me is always a bad thing. All right. Somehow the giant knew that you would stop the chariot and anticipated your exact ordinance as he hurled the sphere. And so, that was fun. So those of you inside the chariot who didn't make an effort to get outside hear the sharp of a colliding ball of pure iron smashing against the side of your metal chariot. It was more of a clang. I made it sound like a, but it was kind of a clang. Bing! That's the sound it makes. Sure, why not? Yeah. Bing!
How big is this ball of pure iron?
It's about the size of a head, but you know.
And it just ricochets. It doesn't do any damage.
I mean, no, it hits hard. I'm trying to make a good sound, but I don't have a good sound equipped in my mouth. Yeah, sorry, that's me. There, that's the sound it makes. It goes and it bounces across the top. And those of you who are inside the chariot find yourselves at a 30-degree angle. You weren't at that angle a moment ago. And I need an acrobatics check from Hostos. That's a plus 13 for you, so you should be all right.
13.
Oh yeah, unless you roll a 1.
Yeah. Getting there. It's a D20 plus my 13?
Yep, D20
Something,
plus 13.
yeah.
Yep. Oh, this guy types it in like a pro.
Oh,
29.
those ball handling skills.
As the ball clatters over the top of the the chariot, you like deftly do a cartwheel and flip and bounce a foot off of it, and you land and you like do a superstar pose at the bottom as you land on the bridge, deftly, nimbly, ending upon the bridge. And by the way, I'm doing this for you guys now because it's pretty much the intro, but, you know, when you do something, feel free to, explain it in your own words. That's certainly allowed, so. Just for future reference. Alright, so. Auntie's got a sack on the fucking webcam. I don't understand it. Alright, so anyways, so you do that, and those of you inside of the chariot clatter around and take 3 damage. So, this is going to be kind of hard without the thing, but I think I got it, so just bear with me here. I think that I've got it. Remember when I said I think I've got it? I think that I've got it. Nope, that doesn't do it. But this will work. Attributes and abilities. Add. This is health. So in the journal, there's a characters section. I need Belgos and Eldox and Hostos's max healths, please. Starting with Belgos. That will be on page 1 or page 3 of his character sheet in 32? The handouts. 32 health?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So you take 3 damage, which brings you down to 29 health.
I don't know where to find that.
Alright, I'll find it, don't worry.
It's on your first page, max HP, right?
Yeah, it's on your page 1 or
32?
page 4, yeah.
He's at 32.
32 for him as well. Okay.
Which website?
40.
It's not on our website,
Hold on
it's
one
on
second.
the journal at the top right.
It's on roll 20.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
it's in roll 20, yeah. Alright, so here's your health. And you are 32, so you are also at 29. And I need Hostos's
40.
base health. 40, thank you, sir. But you take no damage. You're so amazing.
So agile.
Good on you. So agile. So great.
Action. Go for it. Because you are in control of your destiny.
Yes. So, at this point, we will actually. We're not going to really begin an initiative because this isn't going to be a standard encounter. So if you would like to take an action, now is the time to do that. And you simply tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you what to roll or do.
Can I do a perception check and see how far away this massive thing is? This
Absolutely.
being.
Your perception is 11, so d20 plus 11, please. $17. You range him at about 40 yards. He's not insanely far off, but more importantly, you notice that on either side of the bridge are two more giants, lumbering beasts carrying large, what would appear to be possibly iron clubs. Now, you don't know a lot about giants, but you know that they don't typically tote iron wares. So these seem oddly well equipped giants. And that's what you notice.
And I don't know. I know this is out of character, but are we in like the middle? We're still in like the middle of the bridge.
Yeah, you're
technically?
pretty much straight up in the middle of the bridge. Yeah, the wagon at this point, or the carriage, is essentially on what would be two wheels. It's at like a 30-degree angle.
I gotcha.
It is in the process of tilting because as it went on its side a little bit, everybody kind of slid to one side. So now it's overweighted and it's in the process of tilting. Yes.
Belgos, Eldoc, are y'all okay? Because it looks like we have a battle on our hands.
A little banged up, but I'm alright. By the way, this is all your fault.
What?
I mildly disagree with that, but irrelevant at this point.
You stop the carriage, you bitch. It is at about this moment.
Well,
Are you facing the chariot right now?
if I used my, I would say that I am.
No, I mean you were looking at the guy. I'm saying did you like turn your head to look back at them in their direction?
I'm looking forward at the guy in front of me.
Okay, so it is about this time. Eldoc is like, "Oh, this is all your fault," and the whole of the bridge that you are on shakes with tremendous force, and you hear a sound that cannot be good when on a wooden bridge: a splintering of wood.
This is also your fault.
The bridge is going to give.
We must make haste and leave this place, Eldoc. Leave the other three in here. They are not important to us.
Alright, so you say that. Do you do anything? Do you try to maybe grab a door or anything?
Yeah, I try to push the door open so we can...
The door opposite the one that's on the ground, right?
The top side of
the
it,
one
yeah.
facing, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you manage, no problem. The door pushes right open. It's not suspended by anything or anything. So you push the door open, and I guess you would both begin to climb out. And no sooner than you climb out do you notice that there is one brutish giant approaching you from one direction of the bridge, another approaching you from the other direction of the bridge, and you may be able to possibly make out, but Hasto certainly knows that the other giant is picking up another even larger sphere, possibly made of iron. Who knows? He can't really tell at this point, but there's a big thing in his hand, and he's picking it up.
We need to get off this bridge quick. That other giant, I can see that he is reloading and gonna throw another boulder at us. So I try and start running for the, moving towards the giant at the front side of the bridge that we were going in that direction.
This guy is crazy, but it's about our only choice.
Well, I don't want to die on this bridge, so I guess you're right.
So you're going towards this... Oh, hold on. So you're
That
going
direction.
towards this side of the bridge. Okay, cool. All right. So, I guess you pull two of the guys out, and just in the nick of time, because as the next guy tries to or begins to climb out, the cracking, the splintering of wood explodes, and pieces of wood just shower out from this area, and the carriage starts to tip and essentially rolls over the rest of the way and just tears away the bridge with it and just slams into the water. The guy who was halfway out is the guy who was like, chop. No, he's the simpleton, and he's kind of thrown like a good 10 feet away from it, further down the bridge, and hold on. Ooh, and he like fucking. It looks like he's gonna land on the bridge straight up, but what actually happens is the bridge is right here, and his body goes crack, and he kind of starts to sag over and fall into the water. He's only a couple feet away from you, so you could help him if you wanted to.
He's about
This time. But about this time, the other giant is lumbering up. The one that you're moving towards has stopped because he's content to just wait you out. And the other giant has hooked his ball, his sphere. He's terrible, so that's not really a worry. But anyways, so that's what's happening now. What would you like to do?
Do I have to do a perception check for to see how high above the water level we are? I mean,
No, it's pretty apparent. You're
I
about
guess
10 feet
we're
above
at-
the water. Yeah, you're in the middle, and the bridge raises at a sort of incline. The lowest points is about 5 feet above the water, right as it comes off of it, and then at your point it's about 10 feet above the water, so it doubles in height and then drops back down. So you got a downhill run.
well, fellow comrades, I think with the big giant at the front end of the bridge, if we don't want to fight him, we should jump into the water and try and make an escape around him.
I agree. I
Yeah.
don't want to party with your big friends here, Astos.
Let's just hope the other giants will see us.
All right.
So I
you
jump into the water.
all jump into the
Go
water,
for it.
sure. Acrobatics checks all around. Again, you'll use your page 1 or your page 3 for your specific character to find out your addition.
They're gonna be mad you
Goodness
lost
gracious,
that thing.
we have to move this.
Okay, so then just roll it when we figure it out.
Yeah, roll it once you figure it out. That's a 31. Hostos is fine. You're gonna have to really fuck up this roll to have anything.
Well, congratulations.
Well,
That's, okay, so it's D20.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
D20 plus whatever your acrobatics skill is.
Oh, poor mages, no acrobatics.
Poor mages, yeah, no acrobatics at all whatsoever. Wow,
This is plus
just
one.
wow.
How is that a thing?
I would like each of you
Well, if I know what I'm doing.
to roll a D4, please.
Roll a d4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1d4.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Oh, that's not bad. Oh shit. All right, critical damage.
I was like, high is good, right? Oh, wait. High is good, right?
Oh, you want
wait.
a low number?
Yeah, this is damage on you. So
Yay!
on Belgos is the one who had 2, right?
Yes.
All right, and then Eldoc had.
I was all
4.
excited right away.
Yeah, that's not what you wanted to be. All right, you're now at 25 health. It's not that bad. So here's what happens. Belgos, again, with the grace of some kind of beautiful bird, leaps into the air and does like the crane, "Wah!" and splashes. And the splash is so minimal that it's like the size of a bug. There's like one little drip of water that goes up, but it does like a loop-de-loop, and it's very beautiful, and the judges all hold up tins. And Belgos attempts to do the same maneuver, but when he gets out, he kind of splits his legs a little bit for some weird reason, and he hits himself in the no-no bits.
My
on the
no-no
water.
bits.
And it hurts a little bit.
Why did I agree to go on this
mid-private.
thing? My balls.
And he's winded. And Eldak, he's like, I got this. And he tries the same thing, but he never even gets off of the bridge. He just falls face first and like belly flops.
How does that take more damage?
I would
You hit
rather
your head
belly
on the way
flop
down.
than hit my.
You hit your
oh.
head on the way down though, yeah.
Okay.
You got a little cut on your forehead.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I don't know what you hit your head on. You fell away from the bridge, but we'll figure it out. You cut your ankle. It's 4 damage, dude. Come on. Anyways,
It's 4.
so that happens.
It's 4
You're all
damage,
submerged
guys.
underwater. What? It is 4 damage, which is kind of a big deal. You hurt yourself pretty bad. You scrape the entirety of your leg on the way down, and you're like bleeding pretty bad.
Head, ankle, leg. All right.
Yeah. Luckily, this is a freshwater lake, and there aren't freshwater sharks. Yes, there are. All right.
Look at his face.
Anyways,
Well, I try and swim to the shore.
yeah. So now submerged underwater, you're unaware of the events as they transpire. To swim the rest of the 10 miles is going to take some time. So I'll need an athletics check from everybody.
Did you guys just die faster? Seriously?
Are we supposed to roll again and use the?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and then use the athletics skill.
God damn, these wizards
21.
are just like me.
This is gonna
You
be really
swim.
bad.
You swim a lot like a dolphin.
Yeah.
You swim a lot like a rock.
I'm drowning apparently.
No, you're fine.
These fucking.
Can I
ropes.
ask what happened to the did the other 2 guys jump in here with us?
Yes.
The other 2
Oh,
are
those
in
two.
an iron carriage that's sinking to the bottom of the
I
river.
thought you said 2 of them got out, and then the one.
No, one got out
Oh,
and he
okay.
slammed into the bridge and is
He's
lifelessly
somewhere in the
laying-
water.
He's
just
lifelessly
somewhere in
laying
the
face
water,
down
like-
in a river. Yeah. So you guys are having a pretty hard time keeping up with the current, but you're making it. You're getting along. You're doing all right.
These fucking wizards.
You're not really noticing anything. You're underwater and you're submerged. Hostos, you notice that the giants don't appear to be converging on you guys anymore. In fact, the one that was farthest away appears to be laid on his back, possibly napping. And that's what you notice. And so you guys continue. I'm not going to make you roll another athletics. Normally I would, but I'm not. Because I'm trying to get through this quickly, but Jesus Christ. You're the absolute worst people. And so, be ashamed. And so,
myself.
and so you make your way over to the other shore, and you notice that surely enough, 2 of the giants are gone, and one is laid on the shore. This is the one who was the shot putter, as it were.
I would like to stealth and move closer.
All right. Stealth roll. Stealth check.
Belgos Eldak, I'm gonna go up and try and be sneaky and get close to figure out what happened to him. I suggest y'all stay here.
You die, it's your fault.
I wouldn't plan.
It
on
is-
You die. It's your fault. Damn.
It is at this point that I will tell you that the healing system for 4th edition is pretty nifty. You get what are called healing surges. You'll notice these on your first page and possibly your 4th page as well, but if both of you go to your first page now, you can at any point use a standard action during a turn or outside of combat to use healing surges. You can only use 1 in combat. You can use as many as you want out of combat. But each healing surge heals your surge value.
Which is a quarter of your health points.
Yeah, which is a
Correct.
quarter of your health
You
points.
can do
So,
it a
for
certain amount of
instance,
times
you
a
will
day.
both have... Yeah, you will both have a surge value of 8. I know that Eldak has a surge... he can surge 8 times a day, and I think Belgos will probably be the exact... Oh, Belgos is 6 times a day. So without a full night's sleep, you can only surge so many times. Okay. So if you guys wanted to, now would be a perfect time to heal. Do what?
Do we
They
just,
both work it.
Do we just let's heal? Healing powers activated.
You're really what you're really doing
Use up a
is
surge.
yeah, you're using up a
I'd like
surge.
to use a surge.
I'd like
Yeah.
to use a surge.
For roleplay value, what you're doing is essentially fortifying your mind and body, and also applying like minor bandages and
Right,
shit like
bandages.
I'd like to fortify my mind and body and apply bandages and stuff.
For 500, please.
that. For 300, Alex, I'm not very sure.
What is a healing surge?
All right. So let me edit you here.
Thunder.
Are you both healing then?
I will partake in this meditation and bandages.
We're
shenanigans.
gonna meditate so hard right now.
Yeah. 8.
Well, it's
You're
not
still gonna heal the
meditation
full.
because that's an actual ability in the game. So
Yeah, that's an actual thing. So, fucking chill your shit out. All right.
Oh,
Hostos, do we have a stealth roll yet? Cool for stealth. 20, very good. You are like the wind in the grass, and you make your way over to
you make
the.
it move and shit. People go, what?
So, you make your way over to the collapsed giant body, and you notice that there's a very faint, very faint red line around his neck, and you've been around a little bit. You've seen a lot of martial combat and things like that. You know this to be the signature mark of what's called a garrote, a choking tool.
Yeah.
So he didn't pass out. He didn't just pass out for no reason. What I'm trying to tell you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I look around, and do I notice any structures, like trees or big boulders, to where I need to be wary of for this random assassin? Is that a check?
Yeah, that'll be a perception check. All right, you botched the shit out of that. You notice that your shoe is untied, and you spend a good minute staring at that. You're like, what? When did my shoe go? Was that when I was moving like the wind? Did I move straight up out of my shoe?
You did it. You did it, Blue.
Alright, so I don't notice anything. Does the giant have any satchel or anything on his person that I could take from his lifeless body?
That's a good question. Hold on. There's a check for this. Hold on. This kind of actually there's not, but you could just do another perception check really quick. Oh no, do a thievery check for me. I'm sorry. That's good because did you botch another roll? No, there we go. Thievery check. Is this your thief? Yeah, that's your thievery. Okay, good. Yeah, you notice he's got a couple coins in various pockets here and there, and it seems like for a giant that would be equipped with iron weapons, he's in stark contrast. He doesn't have really anything on him. Like a couple coins is not really what you would expect to find on a giant like that.
This will be the moment that I step out from behind the trees.
Yeah.
And I'll
So,
toss a bag of coins over towards Blue's position onto the ground. And start to speak. I believe these giants had it out for you fellas. No giant would be carrying a purse of this size.
Whoa!
I appreciate the help, stranger. Why did you help us?
The real question is, why are you so important that 3 heavily equipped giants that have clearly been paid by some higher up are after you?
We are on a mission to kill evil people.
Ah, what a virtue.
What a virtue. All right.
What a virtue. So, I'm going to slowly approach, hands out at the side. I'm not armed. You don't need to fear me. or attack me for any reason. Not that you are any reason too.
I'm still very wary of him, but
Of course.
I move closer
Shady
to
motherfucker.
pick up the gold that he threw onto the ground.
Okay. You pick it up. It's a good 140 gold pieces.
Are you gentlemen
And that'll go into
traveling
your
anywhere?
inventory shortly.
Me and my not so band of merry misfits are traveling to Points Watch to meet up with others.
Are the men in dresses your servants? I cannot forget that they seem to be flailing around quite a lot during the entire situation.
They are not the most acrobatic of people, but I assure you, they are intelligent and wise in many ways.
I was picked on as a kid. Leave me out of this.
And y'all should come over.
Can I just be like, I think he died. He's been out there for a while now.
We should probably just keep going. Yeah, you guys can certainly have your interactions as they're off camera, right?
Where are you fellas headed?
POV was.
Are we over there now? Is that where we are?
You guys, you can move over there.
Yeah, you just
Yeah, I mean, you healed up and you didn't hear him like give any alarm or anything, so you could very easily head over that direction and see what's
It's
going
all
on.
clear.
There you
on
go.
out.
It's a trap.
We're gonna drop. All right, it's about this time that that you hear the sloshing of water, and your beloved chariot comes just kind of walking up the bank, slowly, and then stops.
Sorcery! No, I'm just kidding.
And you hear the and then you hear, Sires, I did not detect you in the chariot, so I sent it to your location.
Interesting.
This
that's
is
nifty.
All-Star.
And this isn't magic.
Nope, it is not magic.
Well, Talon, what are you doing out in this wilderness?
Well, you wouldn't know my name yet, but yeah, I'll.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I was like, how did you know
Okay,
his
yeah,
name?
that's my bad.
That's fine. We'll just get past the pleasantries and say we've introduced.
Yeah, you
ourselves.
skip the pleasantries. It's fun.
I'm traveling on my way to Points Watch. I heard the commotion and seen a giant upon a hilltop, so I decided to take a closer investigation. It's a good thing I did too. This guy was waiting down here to beat you out of the riverbed.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. I am indebted to you.
I'm not.
Would you guys?
Why are you here?
Well, I've already stated I'm heading to Ports Watch, but that's okay. You're not a very learned
I don't
fellow,
know
I
for
can
that
see.
reason.
I'm just kidding.
So,
How convenient. We should possibly travel together.
would you be needing a rest, or should we travel now?
Personally, I am ready to travel, seeing how it is only midday, but
ready to work.
We've already wasted enough time with all this commotion. We should keep on traveling.
All right,
Agreed.
so you guys go to head to hop back into the. Oh shit. Hello, stop it. There we are. All right, you guys go to head back into the whatchamacallits, the whatchahoozits, the fuck, what's it called?
Chariot.
Clank, clank, I'm a
Yeah.
tank.
Yeah, the clank I'm a tank. And god damn it, I'm trying to change the road. Ah! All right, we're good. All right. So what the fuck? Anyways, it won't unselect it. There we go. All right. So Jesus, now I'm completely on tilt. So anyways, all right, you guys go to hop back into the chariot. 2 waterlogged dead bodies wash out with a deluge of water as you open the door.
Gasp.
Gasp. Well,
Do what you want.
I'll
Will.
be running in this contraption.
You don't need to worry yourself. It's
This
not
unknown magic is a death trap if I knew it.
I'll just hang on.
We've been assured it's not magic.
We were told multiple times that it's not magic. Don't worry.
It's not magic, friend.
I've seen this kind of technology
I
before.
would,
It's still a mystery to me. I will ride upon the back.
before I get in, I'd like to search the bodies that fall out of the chariot.
Yeah, yeah. It's two of the guys who were to come with you guys, and they're not really very well armed. One has a hatchet. The other just a couple like tinders and things that he would use to start fires. That's about it. No real coins, no real money on them. They seem like they were, they were rough off anyways. They weren't in as fine of clothes as you were. They were there to make money and didn't choose to leave because they were promised that there at least would be some riches to be gathered.
All right. Well, I jump back on top of the chariot.
I guess me and Eldak will
is
sit
everyone
inside
aboard?
once more.
So yeah, you guys hop back in. What's the pace that you set?
We should scare this new guy.
At 30.
45 miles per hour!